Refined.
It's just pie.
Just pie.
Let's make it just pie.
We whip up one of the most fantastic southern desserts I have ever had. Then, a beautiful new way to remember the dearly departed.
They tell us that it's the most valuable thing they own. It just really helps them feel better.
Find out where you can turn ashes into art. Then, the countdown to Upstream is on.
You just get the chance to fall in love with a new artist every time, which is really tight.
Refined sits down with one of the festival's brightest new stars and a farmer who gets down with goats. Seattle Refined starts now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gart Swanson. Isn't Fisherman's Terminal beautiful today? Music is in Seattle's blood. The Emerald City has birthed some amazing musicians from Nirvana to Hendrix, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, you name it. Now there's a new face on the scene who some call the next breakout Seattle star.
I can get you what you need, I'm a goner. With the wind like leaves in the autumn.
Dave B is an up-and-coming hip-hop artist gaining respect and fans around the world. And right now, he's getting ready for his next big gig, the Upstream Music Festival. We caught up with him at the Piranha Shop, one of many Upstream venues in Pioneer Square.
No more trouble, cruising, got a new bike.
The buzz around Dave B seems to just keep growing.
Every day we kind of wake up to an email like, your song has been added to this playlist on Spotify or something, and it's a playlist that has like hundreds of thousands of followers. It's like, oh my God, it's really cool.
In recent years, Seattle has gained the reputation of being one of the most diverse and innovative hip-hop scenes in the country, and Dave B finds himself right in the middle of that scene.
I grew up in Renton. Actually, I went to high school out there, and I just recently moved to Capitol Hill in like the last year, which is really cool. Being able to soak up Seattle culture is really tight.
Ain't no user guide for being black or a student or gay or just caught up in a trap.
I mean, I live literally right across the street from Numos, so there's so many artists that like pass through, walk down the street or whatever. But I mean, just here in Seattle, being a part of the music scene and being able to like create with all my friends and they're all so talented. I'm just really excited that they're all being able to perform here.
The Upstream Music Festival is an incredible opportunity to see Dave B and other local artists in action.
I can get you what you need, I'm a goner.
We get like a spotlight, which is really cool. We have like Bumper Shoot and other kind of festivals like Sasquatch that go on in like the state of Washington, but we don't really get one that highlights like the talent that's coming out of here. And that in itself is just really cool to me, to just see when they announce the lineup and I see like, oh my God, I know like so many of these people and I like make music with these people, and to see that is just really dope, to have that kind of spotlight shined on our hometown.
Of course, with dozens of venues and over 200 acts, there'll be some amazing artists from outside Seattle as well. It's the perfect place to discover new music.
Definitely, I like discovering new music. Find like all my new like favorite artists at different kinds of festivals and conferences and stuff.
Everything good is the usual. Shit just don't feel like it.
And who is Dave B excited to see at the festival?
Flying Lotus. I've never seen him perform before, but I like listen to his music pretty often, so I'm pretty excited for that.
The jazz-inspired hip-hop of Flying Lotus first garnered national attention producing music for Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. Since then, Flying Lotus has collaborated with a wide variety of musical superstars, from Snoop Dogg and Kendrick Lamar to Aphex Twin and Radiohead's Thom Yorke. No matter what kind of music you're into, Upstream is the perfect place to find your next favorite band.
It's tight. It reminds me of kind of like when I go to festivals and I'm more so there to discover new music, and that's kind of like what Upstream, why it's so cool to me. Because I mean, there's a few artists that you may have heard of and a lot of artists that you might not have. So moving around from like venue to venue, stage to stage, it's like you just get the chance to fall in love with a new artist every time.
Let the love come down, all the people say, yeah. Got a few
The Upstream Music Festival runs May 11th through the 13th. Tickets are on sale now.
80s and 90s kids are freaking out right now over a huge concert coming to the Key Arena in just 2 short months.
You got the right stuff, baby. Love the way you turn me on.
New Kids on the Block will be headlining the Total Package Tour on June 7th. They are teaming up with 80s powerhouse Paula Abdul. This will be the first time she's toured in 25 years. Boyz II Men will also be performing some of their greatest hits. For more information, head to our website.
This next story takes priceless works of art to a whole new level. A local couple found a way to creatively honor loved ones who have passed. Refine's John Prentice shows us the art from ashes.
In this studio at Pratt Fine Arts Center, artisans are hard at work turning molten glass into one-of-a-kind keepsakes.
Well, our friends tell us that we're a little creepy and we're a little cool.
This is Artful Ashes. Co-founder Greg Dale says each one of these vibrant, shimmery shapes contains the ashes of someone's loved one. This one, Greg's grandparents, together forever.
Seems like everything else that I've ever heard of for options make you sad, and I just started thinking about there's got to be something out there that can help you feel a little bit better about losing a loved one. And I came up with this idea of putting ashes into glass hearts, and we've been making now for about 5 years.
Greg says his crew makes about 11,000 memorials a year, 40,000 to date. And yes, they do pets. He says clients visit Artful Ashes from around the country and around the globe.
From Boston, Massachusetts, we're here to actually get our child that we lost into a glass from Artful Ashes. To give us a little closure. That's awesome.
Nice.
Jesse England says spending his days molding 2,000-degree molten glass has singed his eyebrows more than once, but says the payoff is worth it.
We feel as though like the memorials that we make kind of help people to heal, help them through a hard time in their life. The first amount of glass removed for the furnace is called a gather. So the color is applied to that, the ashes are applied to that, and then I handed it off to Minhee, who will then go to the furnace and put another layer of clear glass over it, and that will forever trap the ashes inside of 2 layers of glass. So after that, Minhee will shape it into a heart shape.
I would say the glass stays plastic for about 30 seconds.
How do you get that perfect heart every time?
Practice makes perfect, it's true.
Their work that they do is beautiful.
My father passed away 2 weeks ago, and we had both my parents commingled their ashes, and this is closure to us. It's comforting, healing, and to have something special, personal in our hands.
Give it a light tap right there. Perfect.
Representing my family, and hopefully we're doing them proud, and my parents up above.
John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
For more details on this story, head to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
I think readers create books, and they create a different book each time they read it.
Inside the mind of a literary genius who just happens to be the author of our March book club pick. But first, we're cooking up good times in the kitchen.
And you're the chef. You're the chef that never measures. You just do it.
I measured that stuff for you.
And wait until you see the pie we whip up between the laughs.
Welcome back to Refine. I'm Gard Swanson. Every week or so here on Refine, we like to take a culinary journey into the world of our favorite Southern belle, Heather Earnhardt. Heather owns Capitol Hill's Wandering Goose Cafe, and this week she really delivers with something called chess pie. So what are we making today? You got everything laid out for us.
So already we're gonna do a lemon buttermilk chess pie.
A chess pie, like C-H-E-S-S?
C-H-E-S-S.
And what does that mean?
They think the name originated in the southeast, and they think it came from someone saying, well, it's just pie, and it kind of morphed into chess pie. Or it could have been from the pie safes that they store the pies in to cool off.
Nice.
Or pie chest, or pie safe.
It's just pie.
It's just pie.
Let's make a just pie. Let's go.
Yeah.
And this is the lemon buttermilk?
Lemon buttermilk, yeah.
Nice.
So this is a crust. I already made the tart dough. I rolled it out. You can crimp it however you want. And we're gonna weigh this down with some dried beans. And what this does is keep the crust from puffing up.
Well, let's get in the oven.
All right. Okay, so it's going in at 375 for about 15 minutes. We're gonna start with some eggs. 4 eggs, I'll let you.
Are you gonna whisk them in?
Yep. And then we have half a cup of buttermilk here. And then this is just a tablespoon of cornmeal, and that helps to bind it all together. Then we have 2 tablespoons of flour. And then we have a little bit of lemon zest. We're gonna juice some lemon as well. We're just gonna do like 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then a pinch of salt. And then lastly, we're gonna add half a cup of melted butter.
Where's that butter? Here's the butter.
Okay, so we're just gonna drizzle it in. If you go slow, it's not gonna break your eggs or cook your eggs. All right, and then that's just gonna go into our pre-baked pie shell. That's it, and then we'll add the blueberries after we pour this in our shell.
All right, let's get the shell.
Grab our shell.
Wow, that crust looks great.
So you just want it golden, little, not too dark, because we're still gonna bake the pie.
Yeah.
But this helps it not get soggy on the bottom. So we're just gonna add our filling.
So you got the blueberries in there and then back in the oven?
Going in, then back in the oven for about half an hour, and then we'll be ready.
So that baby's been in there a half hour?
About half an hour.
All right, Heather, I got to try a bite of this.
Let's pick it up and eat it.
Just pick it up like
yeah.
old-fashioned? All right, here we go.
Careful, it might be a little hot.
That's so good.
Isn't that good? So simple.
Oh.
Heather's latest cookbook, Big Food, Big Love, is in stores now. From pie to pancakes, Refined is happy to report that one of this year's hottest food trends is in fact the flapjack. But these aren't your mother's pancakes, and they aren't just for breakfast. Refined foodie extraordinaire Jenny Schultz has once again opened our eyes to all pancake possibilities. Everything from a seafood scallion pancake, or how about a sourdough pancake with sauerkraut? Intrigued? You should be. Check out the article and gallery on our website. Meantime, there's never a bad time to whip up a batch of chocolate chip cookies, and one of our refined foodies is making it easier than ever to up your baking game. Up on the site right now are links to the 5 best chocolate cookies around. Now, we admit it, this is more than a little subjective, so if you have a recipe you like better, let us know. But we think this list is a darn good start. You can find the list on our site by searching for chocolate chip cookies. Happy baking! Coming up on Refined, he may look like old MacDonald, but on his farm, he's got some killer dance moves. E-I-E-I, wow! Check it out. But first, check out our Refined shareable moment of the day.
After like the first 2 weeks or so, I started noticing that she was getting like anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 followers like a day. In between those times, I usually like Snapchat her and do YouTube stories and things like that. Started tagging other people, and before I knew it, she had thousands of followers. I kind of describe her as being a little bit spunky, but also having a little bit of an attitude. Hamlet, come. Hamlet, no.
She's escaping.
Excuse me. She's also very sweet and loving. She wants me to go snuggle up with her. That's that noise. I have epilepsy, and I got sick a couple of years ago. Hamlet brought a lot of joy in my life. I started looking into helping kids with epilepsy. Hamlet, spin. Spin the other way. Good girl.
Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back.
welcome back to Refined. Attention all Seattle Refined Book Club members.
You should be finishing up our latest read swimming lessons. We will sit down for Refined's book club discussion next week. And with all the mysterious twists and turns, there will be a lot to talk about.
That's right, Guard. If you're reading swimming lessons along with us, you should be about through chapter 38.
If you're all caught up, then you know. The true colors of the characters are starting to show, especially with Gil, whose wife's mysterious disappearance is the main plot point of the book. Refined caught up with author Claire Fuller via Skype from England and got her take on Gil.
Well, the book started off from Gil's point of view completely. So he was on a beach, he had a dog, all sorts of things were different. And I started writing, and I wrote maybe about 30,000 words from Gil's point of view. And then I thought, actually, you're not really a very nice man. I don't want to hear from you anymore. And so I thought, well, I'd really like to hear from your wife and your daughter to get a different perspective on it.
Those perspectives reveal the complexity of family relationships. To his missing wife Ingrid, Gil's a cheater, and to his daughter Flora, he's a great father. Author Claire Fuller says no matter how she tried, all roads led back to Gil.
But the odd thing is, even though I tried to write Gil out of this story, and I wanted it to be from these two women, he is somehow still this kind of central figure that they revolve around. It's just how it happened, because I don't plan my books, it's just how it came out.
We'll be hearing a lot more from author Claire Fuller next Wednesday at our monthly book club discussion. Until then, happy reading.
We have plenty of room in Refined's book club if you want to join. Just email us at hello@seattlerefined.com. We'll be right back, but first, our Tech Tango tip of the day.
If you doodle, sketch, or draw, today's app is king when it comes to drawing apps. Sketchbook has been around for a while and has morphed over time from a simple app to an award-winning, high-end drawing tool. Pick your brushes, colors, or shapes to form your work of art. Use symmetry features and add layers. You can create simple sketches in a flash or dig into the pro version to create amazing works of art. You can create and edit on your Windows, Mac, Android, or iOS device. The app is fabulous for the hobbyist and powerful enough for the pros. Get started with the free version, and when you're ready, add Pro Tools for $4.99. Happy drawing! I'm Francine Black with your App of the Week. For more great apps, visit techtangotoday.com.
Calling all up-and-coming designers hoping for a big break. Apply now to compete in the Independent Designer Runway Show. It's part of Fashion Week at the Bellevue Collection. Your designs will be featured on the runway, and you could win a $5,000 prize package. The application deadline is this Saturday, so act fast. Head to FashionWeekBellevue.com for more information.
We love all things Northwest on this show, but every once in a while we stumble upon an East Coast story that's too good not to share.
Most days, Jay Lavery will dance alone in his barn.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
This time, the whole world's invited.
No jibber-jabbering. No jibber-jabbering out there either. It's dancing.
Turns out, he was moved the most by the comments that popped up on his Facebook page.
I would cry I'm gonna cry again. Every time I read them. Because some of them, you have to read them. They're just so inspirational.
Urging people around the world to dance at the exact same moment. Within minutes, videos came pouring in from the US, Canada, even Finland and the Netherlands. Jay's friends in New York are also touched by the gesture.
This is wonderful. It really is. I think it's a uniting thing.
It's that drive to be happy, to be a part of something bigger than yourself, that's catching on in a big way. Jay's just happy to get the beat and the conversation going.
All right, that'll do it for today's show from Fisherman's Terminal. I'm Gart Swanson. We will see you next time right here on Seattle Refined.